Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back, it's Charlie. Excuse me, it's July 5th, 2018, about 4:17 in the afternoon. Very beautiful day, a very, very warm day. Just, you can see, it's like 95 degrees right now. Tomorrow's supposed to be the hottest. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tomorrow, I don't know if you can see that very well. It's kind of glary. We are supposed to get into 108 degrees tomorrow. It's warm. But, yeah. So, nothing yesterday. I got food poisoning yesterday, and I was sick all day and almost all night long. And I didn't do anything. You know, I ate at like 3 different places yesterday, and I don't know what place got me sick. Though I'm thinking. My normal sushi place where I go to eat sushi Enya was closed yesterday, so I went to another place across the street, and I'd never eaten there before, and I think that's what got me sick. I was bad. I came back to our spot, laid down all day, and it was warm yesterday. So where we hang out, there's no sun coverage, so not only am I reeling in pain, but I also had the sun beating down, and it was just, oh my God, it was so miserable. And then come around 8 o'clock, I could hear the fireworks over at the Rose Bowl, and I'm like, oh my God. I wanted to go so bad, but I couldn't. I was just, I don't think I saw any temperance until about maybe after midnight. Everything was starting to calm down a little bit inside me. But above getting a cold or flu, being homeless, I think food poisoning is the most god-awful thing being out here. Mainly because you just don't have a restroom. You know, the closest restroom I had to walk over to AM/PM, and that's like 2 blocks away. And if any of you has ever had food poisoning, you need to be able to walk a few feet to your restroom, you know, in your home. So it was bad. I was just, even right now, I'm still kind of a little bit queasy. I'm eating my kale Asian salad right now. Still a little iffy. And I don't like kale, but I figured I need some fiber, and kale's got a lot of fiber in it, so just to get me regulated back on the track. So housing. I called up my caseworker and asked him if he's heard any word. Not yet. He's still waiting. It's kind of funny. He's just as anxious as I am, I guess, although I don't understand how that could be. But he told me that they're still working on trying to get the other lady housed with her and her daughter. So that, above anything else, is priority. So, and understandably so, she needs to get situated first before I move in. So, this is supposed to be by the 10th. Next Wednesday, I believe. I'm just getting tired. You know, just yesterday being so sick, and I'm like, oh my God, it wouldn't be so bad if I got food poisoning while I was inside. But, you know, being out here, it's just awful. It sucks. And it was funny because I was thinking back to over a year ago when I got beat up, And I don't know if you can see the scar right there where they had to operate on my ulna, and they had to put a metal band around it. Walking around for like, shit, seemed like 3-4 months with a cast on. That wasn't very much fun, you know, and carrying all my stuff and everything, and it was miserable. But then I look around and I see people with disabilities. Like, for instance, there's this homeless lady, older, I'd say maybe 60 something, gotta be late 60s, mid 60s, older lady. She's missing her right leg. It looks to be from the knee down or above the knee, but she walks around and she's got a pull case, travel pull case. So she has it kind of like tied around her waist. So, and she walks with crutches and everything. And I'm thinking, yeah, see, my situation isn't so bad after all. Like I said, I know this. There's always someone that has it worse off than you do. And that's certainly true. But when I see her struggling and trying to cross the street, and sometimes when that case rolls a little forward and hits her in the back, she might trip, and it's like, oh, that's not a good thing. It's pretty bad. I don't know how homeless people with disabilities can do it out here. I'm pretty healthy in a sense. I mean, I do have some issues. My seizure disorder, my asthma, and my shoulder replacement is starting to, I can really start to feel it now. My sciatic nerve, this I can feel, you know, when I can really feel it's still tender. You know, it's been over a year, but if I have my arm on the desk or something in a certain way, I can feel it. It almost feels like it's gonna break off. I mean, I can really feel the pressure. When I was working at the restaurant, I especially had a hard time because I'm picking up 50-pound sacks of rice. You know, maybe through the course of one evening, 8, 9, 10 times, refilling the rice container that we had, which is a huge, like, Sterilite box or something. So, you know, for this old man to be able to do that with fucked up shoulder, messed up arm, I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of myself that I was able to do it. I didn't really think I could. I'm glad that, because the position that I had applied for was dishwasher, and the dishwasher has a harder time than we do in the kitchen, as far as for being a prep cook and everything. So I'm glad that when my old boss hired me, he switched me over to the kitchen because I have cooking experience. So I think you'll do better in the kitchen. So I'm grateful for that. But I applied a couple more places actually. I even applied at McDonald's. So I'll take whatever there is. And today is what, fourth day now into the first work week where Pasadena minimum wage. Now this is awesome, but it still doesn't solve the problem just because it's so expensive. Minimum wage now in Pasadena, if you have 25 or less employees, it's $12 an hour. But if you have a business that has 26 plus employees, as of the 1st of July, minimum wage is now $13.25. So, and I think we're supposed to max out in LA County $15 an hour by 2020, I believe. I think so. But anyway, $13.25 is yeah, that's quite a bit of money. It's quite a bit of money, but it's still is not enough to be able to move into a place here in Pasadena, unless you have a roommate situation or a room for rent. And even then, trying to get the deposit is still pretty expensive. So it's hard. It's hard to come by here. I remember my first job was at Burger King in Manhattan Beach on Sepulveda. It was the first McDonald's right there, and it was operated, and they franchised two wealthy brothers. They look it was so funny because they were cool as hell, and they looked like two of the Beach Boys. I kid you not, it was funny. And at 16, minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. Now, see, the cost of living wasn't so bad because I owned my own car. I didn't have insurance. Insurance wasn't mandatory then yet. Gasoline was about, I want to say 75 cents a gallon. I could fill up my tank, buy clothes. I'd go across the street to Miller's Outpost. I could buy a pair of jeans for less than $12, 501 button fly jeans. Remember those? Buy my Vans, my Velcro wallet. I could afford life. I mean, I was paying rent too at 16, 17 is when I first moved into my own place. And I'm being able to afford this. Not so much anymore, not today. And at 52, at $13.25 an hour, it's damn near impossible. See more and more people hitting the streets, moving into the cars, opting out to go buy an RV or a mobile home or something, trying to make life a little bit more financially easier for them. Yeah, it's hard out here. It's really rough. But, as bad as it is, I still like California. I mean, California in itself is so diverse. You have ocean, you have mountains, you have desert, we have everything out here, and it's life out here is really good. Expensive, but really good. And I don't know, maybe if I win the lottery, I'll move somewhere. But honestly, right now, I'm afraid of moving somewhere else and starting all over again. And I feel that for me to pick up and move when I'm so close to getting indoors would be not the smartest thing. I know a lot of you have given me suggestions. Well, you should move out here, move out there. But with my housing so close, it would be a very, very foolish move on my part to do so. I mean, it's right there. I can taste it, So, yeah, I know that there's a lot other places that are more affordable, but first and foremost, how am I going to pay for the bus ticket or train ticket or whatever, I'm not going to hitchhike across America to another destination, leave that shit back in the 70s, But, so I have to remain steadfast and be patient and try and start my life all over at 52 here. I mean, it's the smartest thing to honestly do. Anything else would be very, very foolish. I mean, I'd like to, one of you folks a while back even suggested Hawaii. No. Hawaii is, I think, out of the 50 states, is the worst place to be homeless. Just browser search on YouTube or Google homelessness in Hawaii, and you will see what I mean. It is the worst. I mean, it's worse than being homeless in the wintertime in Pennsylvania. I don't know how else to translate it, but it really is. It's just terrible. So, yeah, no, I'm just going to keep my fat ass here and work it out. I always seem to be able to work it out. God's been watching me. He's been watching out after me, and I've been pretty lucky. I really have. I mean, I have that. My mom, guardian angel. My little baby girl that didn't make it. The baby B, twin baby B. Milagra. Maybe my grandmother, my grandfather. I never got to meet my grandmother. But I think God's watching out after me. You know, I don't take any of that for granted. I mean, I lost one of my phones, you know, like last week, and I was doing some filming over at the Paseo, and it wasn't until I got back to the library, it's like, oh shit! I think it, you know, must have slipped out of my sweater, and I kept calling it and calling it. And then finally, after like the third or fourth time I called, I hear a voice, Paseo Security, and like, oh, someone found my phone? It's like, yeah, your phone's over here at the security office. I go, oh my God. And I was surprised because, you know, nowadays someone sees a phone, they're not going to really turn it in, especially if it's another homeless person or something. A not so nice person will keep it, you know. Even though I do have GPS locators on my on both of my phones, so I can track within about 15, 20 feet where it is. But I wanted to make sure, and I could see it pinging at the Paseo. So luckily, see, again, even my friend, he's like, man, you are blessed, brother. You are blessed, because to get your phone back is just next to impossible. Spent quite a bit of money on both my phones, you know, so I guess I am blessed. But that's about it. Nothing really more to report. And it's muggy too. Yikes. But I'll take the hottest day of the year versus the coldest, wettest night being out here in the situation. Started making a list. Like you folks said, Jan, I know you said, start making a list of what you need to get. And moving in the summertime, one of the things at the top of my list is a fan. I don't think we have central heating and air, but I am going to get a fan, and that puppy's going to be running 24/7 nonstop. So once I move in and I find out a little bit more about the bills situation, how it's going to work out, I might buy a small AC unit. I could pick one up for about $100 on Craigslist, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I just need to concentrate about getting in, and once I get in, then I'll start doing what I need to do. So that's about it, my friends. Again, I'm sorry about yesterday, but and I felt so bad, and it was like a little after 8 o'clock when the fireworks started. This year was supposed to have been the biggest in the past. 242 years of independence. And I could hear the fireworks just kabooming and blowing up. And I'm like, I'm really in pain, and I'm kind of like tearing up because I wanted to go there so badly, and I missed it. I missed everything. I mean, I could just hear the echoing of the fireworks, and I'm just like, now I really feel like crap. But that was yesterday. There's always next year, and hopefully next year I will be able to attend it on the inside. I would have liked to have gone, but it's not that expensive. It's only $15, but that's $15 right now that I could go for something else. Well, that's about it. So you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment. Pull down your pants and slide on that ice. Even on the hottest day. Oy vey. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, period, hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends and family about me. Hit that notification bell. And I'm hanging by fingernails. Dirty fingernails. Ooh, nasty. I can't wait till my fingernails are clean again. Ugh. I'm literally hanging on by fingernails, waiting until he texts me or calls me. It'll happen. I'm just... Sooner than later, I'd rather hope. All right, my friends, I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Definitely not going to go back to that sushi place. Oof. On top of spending $16, it was good, but I should have just stayed away from it altogether. I should have waited till the next day, till the day when my regular restaurant would have been open. Ugh. Ugh. It was so bad. All right, folks. I will talk to you tomorrow. All right, I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.